I call the member for Penrith.
Speaker, last month in Penrith, the heart of Western Sydney, it was a pleasure to have the Premier and Deputy Premier join me for the official opening of the $150 million Visy glass recycling manufacturing facility, together with Visy Chairman Anthony Pratt and CEO Mark DeWitt. This facility is Australia's first ever low emissions, oxygen-fuelled glass furnace. It is the most environmentally friendly glass furnace in Australia, using 45% less energy than the one it replaced. To put this in context, it's the equivalent of saving enough energy to heat over 32,000 homes in Sydney every year. When it's fully roaring, this furnace will produce more than 800 million glass bottles and jars each and every year. This upgrade will allow for 25% increase in production of glass food and beverage containers. If you put Vegemite or cottage jam on your toast, or drink Bundaberg ginger beer, or enjoy a cold bottle of Tooheys New, there's a good chance it will start there in Penrith, right off the factory line in Penrith, made by local workers. Visy's Penrith site is the only glass bottle jar manufacturing facility in New South Wales. This is a win for our local manufacturing sectors, a win for New South Wales, and a win for our shared environment. That's because more than 70% of this material will be made from recycled content. That's up to 30% less greenhouse gas intensive than a container with no recycled content. The facility will also use advanced recycled cullet preheating technology to significantly increase the use of recycled glass in Australia's glass bottle manufacturing sector. When you return bottles to the container deposit scheme or recycle them in your curbside bin, it goes into initiatives like this. This initiative is particularly welcome, as a few short years ago, under the previous government, hundreds of thousands of tonnes of glass were being stockpiled and landfilled instead of being recycled, threatening to seriously damage the community's faith in the billion-dollar recycling industry. There were many companies with glass which had nowhere to go because there was no viable market. It is important to recognise that Visy has stepped up to be part of the solution. The Penrith investment is part of Pratt's 2021 commitment to invest $2 billion over the ensuing decade to reduce landfill, help fight climate change while creating and sustaining thousands of green-collar Australian manufacturing jobs. I'm particularly proud that our government has prioritised growing manufacturing across our state. New South Wales is already the biggest manufacturing state by every measure, with more than 30,000 manufacturing businesses, employing close to 300,000 workers and with an annual turnover of $150 billion each year. We as a government want to see those numbers going higher and higher, which is why we're supporting local manufacturing. It was demonstrated that at Visy, they're not just manufacturers, they are also in the landfill avoidance business, because recycling is an important weapon against climate change. Finally, can I say how good it is to see this kind of capital investment happening in Western Sydney? I proudly send out this message. It is a great place to do business. More than a quarter of our state gross product is generated there. There are millions of workers doing millions of jobs. In Penrith, I know we have the workers who are highly motivated, skilled, talented and experienced, with all the know-how in the world. So I would encourage other businesses, if they're thinking about expansion, to embrace the opportunities out in Western Sydney. And I thank once again Visy Chairman Anthony Pratt and CEO Mark DeWitt for backing in Penrith like this and for expanding our state's sustainable manufacturing capability.
I now call